Greetings from the past, my fellow time travelers, and welcome back to another episode of The Ladder. My name is Ty, and let's see what's going to happen. Mentally exhausted, I take a careful step away from the screen, pressing a palm to my tired eyes. The lack of ample light in this area doesn't help. A headache already threatens to form at the back of my head. Yet, I'm nowhere near figuring things out. This is simply too much to take in all at once.
I should have asked for someone's help.
Now, I'm at a dead end. I start gathering everything around me and placing them back in their respective envelopes for storage. The emotions no longer new after volunteering here a number of times. I didn't make much mess anyway, considering the lack of materials available to begin with. I'll have to look somewhere else. The where remains unknown though. But just as I'm about to slip the last of the slides in, something catches my attention. My hand pauses, the microfiche half through though its protective sleeve. This is one of the few I've set aside without taking a careful look at it. It seems like a gossip column at first glance, but up a closer look. I slide it back to the reader, gently turning the dials in search of the page. It takes some time, but once the image becomes clear, they must have had this drawing commissioned for this announcement. Emmerich Hire announces Beth Rotel. I don't doubt it. The details are far more intricate. The likeness likely closer to how they might have appeared at the time. They are both recognizable this way, closer to those paintings I've seen in the mansion. However, it's the man standing beside her, Edward Godfrey, according to the article that caught my attention previously. Her first cousin, and eventually her fiancé. Maybe it's the posture, the manner in which he holds himself. Or maybe it's the shape of his eyes, though I can't be too certain about that until I've gotten a better references. Nevertheless, there is a resemblance. Between Luke and him? Please! I thought that at the very stay! He looks eerily like... What? My head snaps up, glowering at whoever's running in the floor above. Any day, I'd march upstairs and reprimand whoever it is.
This is a library, for heaven's sake.
You don't say. But now isn't the time. I've gotten what I need. Without wasting another minute, I hit the machine's print button for a copy of the page, while my other hand moves to put everything back into storage. A ragged exhale slips from me. Relief, perhaps? Or maybe this is already exhaustion. Regardless, soon, I'm closing my eyes as I wait for the printer to finish. If only to stave off a headache building up from everything. Oh. So what's new? With the help of Professor Andrew Clark, Rebecca was able to gain access to Luxburn Library Restricted section. In there she discovered numerous accounts about the Ermengardes, all hidden from the public. Her research was interrupted, however, when what? Sometime I even began humming the same song again for comfort. Despite my doubts about this, despite all the tension in my shoulders. This may be a small find, but at least I can start somewhere. We can start somewhere. There is a way out of this. I know it. The printer sputters to halt. However, it sounds isn't what makes me snap my eyes open. Oh hell no! Is it minigame time? Oh no. A feeling, a chilly brush of air behind my back. Brief enough for something sickening to suddenly lodge itself in my throat, while I take in my surroundings. It's a suffocating sensation again, creeping to every part of me, crawling under my skin. Stop the humming! Draining me little by little of any strength. From that day in the mansion, from that brief moment at school. Without delay, I grab the papers and make a quick beeline for the door. This was a girl! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I hate her so much! Shut the fuck up! My whole body freezes.
What are you doing, Miss Pink?
Wait, what? I hold my breath, not daring to make any noise. For a little while, only the sound of papers crumbling under my grasp fills the room. The excitement from earlier gone instantly. Oh god, I can't even read. Replaced by a cold, seeping thread threading through my limbs. But more than the fear is the anger. It pains me to hear her using my own student's voice against me, and more than once I believed it was her, really her. She has no right.
Why don't you play with me?
Fudge you! Although she hasn't made a move. If there isn't a wall behind me, I'll probably take a step back. Anything to put a distance between us, no matter how small, as long as I'm out of her reach. But I steel myself. Because if I do fall back, turn away from her, I'll be left with no way out. I'm not dying here!
You think you scare me?
Miss Pink, don't be so rude. I'm waiting.
I'm not
She's going to
afraid of
smile,
you,
isn't she?
You spook! This is one Scots woman. You aren't getting into an early grave without a fight!
Wow.
Come at me!
I expected she'll lunge, prove to me that what a monster she is. I knew it. Instead, all she gives me a smile, twisted and gnawed. It's as if time has crawled to a stop at the sight of it. A split-second decision. And before I know it, my body shifts. Eyes closing in anticipation, hand grabbing whatever solid enough on the nearby table and hurling it at her. Oh, I don't bother looking if whatever I threw hit its mark. I run. As fast as my legs can carry me. Despite my heart threatening to burst out of my chest. But in this maze of bookshelves, with the whole place almost void of people. Oh no. Is there even a place safe enough I can escape to? That's not fair. Why do I need to make such... Oh my god, I don't know. Maybe upstairs? Because there was someone. There are people upstairs, aren't there? The weekend staffers, some volunteer? There should be. Even if it's a Sunday and I'm only here on a special permit, there should be at least one other person manning this place. I heard them a while ago. Of course, I couldn't possibly tell them about this. They won't believe me in the same manner we didn't buy Isabella's stories until it's too late. But I can easily come up with excuses. For now, what's important is I don't end up trapped and alone with her.
Safety in numbers, as they say.
Oh god. There's no hesitation in my steps as I race upstairs, ears straining for any signs or sounds of the woman appearing, jumping at me again at any second. I can still hear her behind me, the grinding of bones, her whispers as she keeps calling me back. Although it's at a distance, I don't slow my pace. Library rules be damned. Because no matter how much I pretend to be brave, the level-headed one, or the thought one, the one, this terrifies me. Top one, I'm sorry. Oh god, this scares me more than anything. This isn't how I plan to die. But when I get to the third floor, only silence welcomes me, and an emptiness that stretches out far too wide, spanning the entirety of the floor for it to be reassuring. And just behind me, somewhere at the foot of the stairs, panic rises up my throat. No other way now but up. So bold, desperation kicking in without warning. I take 2 steps at a time, tripping clumsily over some of it in my last-ditch attempt to escape. But I know. At the back of my mind, I know all of this is futile. With every footfall, with every wrecked breath, with every pounding of my heart, it gets hammered to my mind. And it only becomes clear to me once the door at the end opens, revealing the vast expanse of Loxburn's early morning skyline. And with her threading at my heels, blocking my only way out.
Stay away from me!
Oh my god, don't fall, please. A useless plea. Does she even understand a word I say? Can she even? Is she still human in the first place? She's calling Ashton. Somehow I doubt it. Because no human will ever do this. Simply imagining what she's capable of doing to us. I never want to give her that chance.
I'm telling you to back off!
Her gait is slow as she walks forward. Each stride accompanied by a sound of breaking bones. Of blood oozing from wounds that never found healing. And with every inch she draws nearer, even as I pull away to take back what little distance I can between us. I can put between us or not. The smile on her immediately grows wider. A mocking gesture. For me. She may be less of a human now, but I'm pretty sure she's fully aware she's got me cornered. She wouldn't even bother making it her here if she isn't. But I can't look away. I can't bring myself to, even as the heel of my shoe eventually hits the edge. End of the line. Trapped. Alone. So this is how it ends, huh? Quietly and without fanfare, surrounded not by a warm breeze but a chilly morning air. No soft footfalls on an empty hallway, but the din of the early morning traffic below. No warm afternoon light. Oh my god, please don't die, Rebecca! I would never forgive myself. I would replay the whole section. Oh, no, shh. Nothing but the cold, pungent smell of death, all underneath a dreary morning sky. How fitting. Yet, amidst all of it, there's a single voice I want to hear. If only for the last time. Wait, what?
Becca?
Hey, did I wake you up?
No, I left you a voicemail, so I thought, where are you?
The one I grew up with. Who always got grades better than I did without even trying. Whose silly antics I have to put up with all these years. Who stood by me even when things got tougher. That one person who's been a constant in my life.
Ash, do you remember that one time?
The what?
Back in secondary, we joined a contest back then, didn't we? We had to dress you up as a girl and...
No.
What? You looked really pretty. I think I still have that picture somewhere.
Burn it. We're not talking about that again. You promised. Seriously, what brought this on?
Nothing. It's just the first thing I remembered.
So weird. Despite everything, my lips curl up into a smile. Faint, a sad little thing on its own given the situation. Because even at the very end, I know I had this. The casual talk, the friendly banter, talking like how we always would as children. If only I haven't been so selfish. If only I haven't taken all of this for granted in favor of my feelings. Then perhaps I won't be regretting anything now.
You're being weird today, Becca. Whatever. Listen, I need you to go home right away. I'm at Salem Well right now and...
I wish time would simply stop for us. There are still a lot of things I want to say. Things I've never bothered saying out loud. Things I should have said a long time ago. Someone who has always been by my side. But in this moment, there's only one.
Thanks, Ash,
Hold on. Did I do something?
for everything.
Rebecca, what?
I'm so glad to have known you.
Wait, what are you? God damn it, Rebecca, where are you?
A soft click. And I'm closing my eyes. No, don't you dare, Rebecca. Don't you dare. Trapped and with nowhere else to go, Rebecca called the one person who always had a special place in her heart. I'll just say thank you, if only for the last time. There's a rush of air. The sound of the world dimming around me. Like a song coming to its inevitable end.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
You've unlocked a memory fragment. I killed Becca. I've killed Becca. I killed her. That music isn't fitting right now. No way. No freaking way. No way. That can't be true. Come on. No way. No way. This can't be the end. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Where? I'm not doing this. I refuse to let her die. I refuse. I fudged it up, okay? I did it. But I'm not going to let Becca die. I'm not going to let her die. I am not. Seriously, I'm not going to let Becca die. No way. No, no, no. No! No! Just no! If there's one, it is out of this room, out of this place, as far away as anyone can get from here, from her. No! Kidding! If I would have known that there would be nobody upstairs, if I would have never heard those footsteps upstairs, I would have never gone up, okay? This was one hell of a trick, you know that game? I'm not going to let her die because something like that, because you misled me to something I didn't want to do. Just that you know. I can think about the rest of what I can do after I'm sad. When there are other people I can ask for help. When she's not chasing after me like this. There's no hesitation in my steps as I race for the restricted section of the door, head downstairs and barrel straight for the library's exit. Towards safety, in a desperate bit of life. Library rules be damned. I can no longer hear her behind me, but I'm not taking any chances. A breath almost escapes me as I near the door. A little more. When out of nowhere, a library card careens from a blind corner and slams to my sides. My back hits the floor with a hard thud, the impact completely knocking the breath out of me. The copper tang of blood gradually spreads over my tongue as I fight to get my bearings back. I force myself to move, even with the excruciating pain coursing through my limbs. The exit's almost there, if only I can! But there's no moment's respite. Ah! The next thing I know, there's a heavy weight atop me and cold dishes slide around my neck, tied like a vice, pressing closing in, leaving me gasping for air. Through my blurred vision, I can only make out the hateful gleam, the spite in her eyes as she looms over my body and her grip on my throat grows tighter. Desperation kicks in. My nails stick into her wrists as I struggle against her firm grip, trying to pry her fingers away.
Let go. Let me go.
Wait, what? What do I need to do? Keep the slinger with an... What do I need to do? Wait a second. Yeah, I know I died. Too strong, her hold on me is too strong. My lungs begin to ache, burning with the lack of air, the pain growing worse every second I riff under her punishing grip. Somebody help me. Darkness starts to fill the edges of my vision, and soon the will fades. Continue, please. So, what do I need to do? Oh, great. Now I can't read what's under... Give me a second. Something's not quite right now. I clicked out of the game and now everything is just wonky. Okay, I'm back into the game and I can read again. Keep the slider within the green bar by moving the mouse in the arrow's direction. Okay, got it. Got it! Oh my god! I don't think twice. My limbs are moving on their own before what I did could fully register in my brain, and my lungs could recover. Behind me, she lets out a cry, sharp, loud, and thunderous against the empty walls of the library. But the fear her wails bring compares nothing to the relief washing over me when I finally make it out. My knees buckle as soon as my feet hits the pavement, its surface cold and hard against my skin. I've only been in there for a few hours, about 1 or 2 probably. I don't know anymore. It feels like an eternity all the same. My breathing hasn't slowed down yet, and I don't expect it to after going through that. I probably look the most undignified creature on a Sunday morning right now, out of breath, disheveled, slumped here with a bloodied lip and all. But at present, I simply can't bring myself to care, even when a few passers-by start giving me strange look. Stare at me all you want. I don't give a single shite. I'm alive. I'm safe. This isn't the end yet, but I'm safe. And inside my bag is something that could get us out of this mess. Nothing definite yet. I don't want to get my hopes up, but it's still something. If Isabella's here, I'm sure she'll feel the same way. She'll even be the first one who'll put her faith on it. Wherever this will lead us to is a victory on its own. Now all that's left is to find the others. The rest of us trapped in this bloody nightmare. Right on cue, as if an answer to my previous thought, my mobile phone lets out a beep. I pick it up, simply hoping it will be one of them. Only it's a voicemail that greets me, the one Ash talked about, from Ashton. There's a pang of disappointment, of course, but it brings some reassurance that nothing's happened to at least one of them.
Hey Becca, call me back when you're free. We need to talk. ASAP.
He answered right there. The message less than a minute long. Curt and gives nothing away. I let it ease my worries, regardless, and do as he asks. Because this too is another triumph for us. One less thing to worry about. Uh-huh. Okay, we're now with Ashton. And guys, oh my god. Oh my god. Dudes! No kidding! I need to look something up. I found what I was looking for. Noran Ayan 420, sorry if I spelled it out wrong. I'm really sorry if I did. Or if I pronounced it wrong, that's the right thing. You told me I'm so far one of the few people who up to this point has gotten all the good endings. Well, now I didn't. I knew it. When I read your comment, I was like, well, I'm cursed in that regard. If someone says, hey, so far you did a pretty good job, the next second well, mess it up big time. I don't know why. And now I killed Rebecca. I killed Rebecca in this session. Oh my god! Oh no, I don't want her to be killed in my first playthrough. I'm going to play it in private for sure, and then I'm going to kill literally everybody, and I try to make every decision I didn't have beforehand because I want to play this game another time. It's so beautiful and it's so amazing, and it gives me chills every time. And this is a long episode. I'm sorry for that, guys, but there are some thoughts in my mind that I need to say out loud. And this is one of them. But well, again, don't be upset because I read I read part of your comment, okay? But it was just too funny. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I knew Rebecca has been killed, and really killed. Not like back then. I thought in the first chapter, I thought I killed Isabella. I really thought I killed her and messed everything up. I really did. And when she was back again in the game, I was so happy and so glad, because since I never killed anybody, I didn't knew that in the branching tree there are skulls if I kill people. This is just horrible. This is horrible. Guys, why would you do that? Oh no. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching. It's been a long episode and a very stressful episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel. If you're already subscribed, click on the notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my videos. Share this on your social media, and guys, we'll see you in the future or back in the letter with a Becca who's alive. High five. I'm so glad I didn't kill her in the end. Boah.